welcome to the newsletter. I am Christine McIver. I am the host of Inspired Choices and the owner of Inspired Choices Network, right there. And I have with me one of my producers, Keisha Clark. Say hey, Keisha.
Hey, Keisha.
And we have one of our fabulous hosts with us today, Danna Lewis. Danna Lewis is actually our featured host this week. So Danna, woo woo! We're so glad to
tweet it. Hi from San Francisco.
We're glad to have you in the studio, Danna. So Danna, tell all of our listeners and our viewers, how long you've been with the network, what's your show about, and what can they look forward to?
So I've been with the network, I think it's been like 2.5 years. So I just had my 100th show, so I'm up to like 102 now, which is just floored by that. And the show, like this is the phrase that's been coming up lately for me, is the show is luscious leadership. But underneath all that, people keep asking me like, well, you cover all these topics. I'm like, it's energetic intelligence. It's like learning these tools through stories and tools and tips of like being more present in your life, all the way, like from the bedroom, like to who that person is that you're playing with, to work, to everything in your life. It's about that personal leadership of taking responsibility and being more present, which that sounds a little like, but it's really luscious in the way that you get to create so much more. And there's so much kindness in it for you and everyone else.
I love that. Well, Danna, you actually started on the network August the 15th, 2016. So you are getting close to your 3-year mark. And what can people look forward to? What do you got coming up? I'm just going to flip us over. I'm going to share what we've got up here on the network and show everybody. So there's Danna. Danna just recently did her most recent show was Would You Rather Be Right or Free? Danna, what was that one about?
Right or free. That was great. That was me sharing the ways that I've learned, which is usually kind of the hard, stubborn way, oftentimes, which I hope that's my desire for people to not have to learn the hard, stubborn way. But it was more about looking again at the energy of things and like where we lock ourselves up through judgment and conclusions and points of view, especially with other people. And it seems so most often with people that we really care about, where we get into these situations where we're just locked down, and being willing to let go of that gives you so much freedom and possibility.
And where are you from, Danna? Where do you call in from?
San Francisco.
You're in San Francisco? And the really wild part is, I feel like Danna's a girlfriend of mine, and yet we haven't had the luxury of meeting in person as yet. So we're actually putting that out there, and I would love to meet you in person. I would actually love to get all of the Inspired Choices Network hosts together for an event. So let's put that out there. How much fun would that be?
That would be amazing. I would love to spend time with everyone in person. Can I just say, Christine, real quick? So one of the things I love about my show is I do a lot of series. I'll do a book club. I have a leading ladies series, and I was talking with someone yesterday who's going to be probably my next person. I meet these amazing people, and I'm just like, come on the show. Let's have this conversation, right? We're having this amazing conversation. I'm like, come on my show so we can have this conversation.
Yeah, you do. I love when you do a series like that. It's so much fun. So what we've got also is we have articles. We have magazine articles. Hold the bus here. And we have got our most recent article that was just submitted. This is totally coincidence. Is 3 tools for leading consciously in the workplace. In workplace communication with Danna. Danna, definitely, I'm looking forward to reading the article. And you do so much about workplace. I love it. But yet I find it's transferable to personal too. Thank you. We also have TV shows. We don't have a new show that's streaming this week, but we've got over 26 shows that you can choose from, all sorts of different topics. And we actually did, do you remember, ladies, last year about this time we did a 22nd Century Consciousness. We interviewed all of the hosts on the network. It was such a great series. I think that's something we should be promoting more. They were great. I love the conversations. They were. Okay, so Keisha, why don't you jump in here? Our first show on Monday is, the show is actually the short experience with Lori Hawkins. And Lori, has a guest host. So go ahead, Keisha.
She is Cynthia O'Neill, and the topic is going to be Impact, Empower, Motivate, Celebrate. And it is around the impact of women. So women and men are both welcome to join this conversation. She's going to kick off our week of fantastic shows Monday morning, bright and early. It is, 8 p.m., 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Eastern time. So wherever you are in the world,
come on over.
A bad time to jump on and enjoy a powerful conversation about the impact of women.
Yes, absolutely. Then we've got coming up Junaline. Junaline is our host from Lebanon, and Junaline is an Access Consciousness certified facilitator, and she talks about all the tools that have changed her life. And she's got such an extraordinary life. You do not want to miss that for sure. Then we have Candace Mao. Candace is she is everyday joy. Do you know?
So
do
lovely.
you know Candace personally? She literally is just always smiling and always happy and always in her joy, but choosing it. And this week she's got magic with a K, seriously. And she has a guest, Alex Muzio, and she has fabulous, fabulous guests. So you got to come check out Everyday Joy if you're looking for more joy. She's definitely one to check into. Then we have, go ahead, Keisha.
Miss Mary Dravis Parrish. She is talking this week about the diligent parent on her show called BU Parenting. She is our resident parent whisperer. And if you have questions about how to go through, deal with, navigate any kind of anything with your child, whether they're 2 years old or 52 years old, this is a fantastic show to tune in for.
True. She is fabulous with all ages. It's great. And she also coaches us on being parents. Then we have Corina Stoffel. Corina has a beautiful guest this week. They're going to be talking about how does the earth know about you? Patina's a beautiful soul. I actually, in my mind, see Patina dancing on the earth. She's just so wonderful. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Could one of you pronounce it, please?
Madini.
Madini.
That was beautiful.
I didn't get the pronunciation, Jean, even though I do radio. So definitely check in with Karina's show. Then we have, I got to talk about this one. Financially Speaking with Kathy Cook Noble. She is our financial expert, and she has just written a book about, it's called All Ladies Should Use the F Word, a guide to loving your finances. And I have never, seriously, guys, this woman's crazy about finances.
She really is.
She is so joyful talking about finances. She cracks me up every single time. And she's got as much ease with financing as Keisha does with giggling. I mean, seriously, it's just, she's fabulous. You've got to check in with that one. Okay. Keisha, take it away.
Well, we have our Monday evening festivities with Milica Jelinek, and she hosts the Pleasure Zone radio show. And this week she's going to be talking about adding toys to your sex play. And we'll just let you all wonder about that until you join in for that conversation.
And I would like to say that I think that Milica has such a phenomenal gift with talking about sex with no point of view. And she educates. I don't know anybody that does as much research as this woman does. So you definitely want to check that out. All right. Then we come over to Saturday. Why I've got Saturday morning. Wednesday morning. This is really coffee. I promise there's nothing else in this. So we have Alfie Joe. And Alfie Joe is in Guangzhou, China. Alfie speaks in 3 languages. Her mother tongue is Dutch. She then learned English and then Chinese, and she does her show in all 3 languages, and this week she's going to be doing it in Chinese, and this actually means breathe.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. And Alfie does, it's musical magic with Alfie Joe. So whether you can speak that language or not, you can be guaranteed there will be beautiful music that every language can understand.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And to bring out the second show for our Wednesday live lineup, we have Sharing with Cher. And she's going to bring a guest on this week. His name is Bruce Waller, and they're going to talk about find your lane and accelerate your career. That sounded a little bit juicy. Cher is our resident generational guru, and she has written a book. I think she's actually written 2. I'm not sure if the second one is published yet, but she is all about assisting people to work with millennials, employ millennials, have conversation with millennials, and really welcome them into your workspace, your living space, your collaborative space, so that it can be the most productive. And this week is going to be another fun topic. I am sure they're going to have a fabulous conversation.
This is one of her books that I have, Crack the Millennial Code.
Yes.
Very cool book. Very, very cool book. Workplace. We need to turn it up. We need to pay attention.
Definitely.
Keep that beautifully. Then we have Megan and Suzanne. Megan and Suzanne have been doing, this is their 3rd show about tapping, and it's just about tapping energy. So I don't want to be the spoiler on it, but these 2 women are potent and powerful together, and a lot of fun. So you've got to come check out this Love, Life, and All Things Weird. So cool. Okay.
Yay! Our marketing maven, Lindy Chafin-Start, brings us Unstoppable. So she's talking about all kinds of ways to be in your business, be with your business, and get your business going, and ways to help sustain your business through different aspects of marketing for small business, for large business, for if you're just starting out. There's really nobody that's off limits here. So come join Lindy to talk about nothing but crossroads. Which way should I turn?
Choices.
She is brilliant with her business. So.
And then we have the beautiful Keisha Clark's show. This is Keisha's 3rd show back on the network. Keisha took a little hiatus to create this new beautiful thing called Aligning Divine. And this week, Keisha's going to be talking about the body divine. Keisha, I've got to say, that's one of the most beautiful pictures I have ever seen. I love it. I just want to look at it.
Thank you. I found it. It just waved at me, and I was like, yes. And so how does it get better?
How does it get better? It's so gorgeous. Then we have...
And guess who we have?
Danna in the house. Danna's show, you're starting the book club, Keys to the Kingdom.
So teaser alert, this is about men. So, I loved, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. So I love this book and this author, Allison Armstrong. So I'm very excited to be bringing this book to the show.
Nice.
I love that.
They're awesome and magical.
Wow, the 3 of us are in a row on Wednesdays. I just
realized. Look at that. And we have our resident mistress of all things, Christine McIver, with her series that's coming up on her show, Inspired Choices, on our Wednesday evening attraction. They're talking about feminine potency. And what are you and Aideen going to be talking about in particular this week, Christine?
You know what? It's still unfolding. I don't have it 100%, but I've got to tell you guys, Aideen has, Addie, she goes by Addie. Addie has written a book called My Exquisite Purple Life. And I have the book on audio, and I cannot get enough of it. I am telling you, it's one of those books. It's just like you're constantly going, oh my God, and you just keep leaning into it. And it's an audio book, right? Like I'm driving and I have to go be like, pay attention. It's fat. When you hear her story and you hear her journey, how many shows have I listened to, ladies? How many years have I been doing radio?
A long time.
This is a newbie. I gotta tell you, I was surprised by her story. And so she's gonna talk to us about how she learned to use her voice in some very extraordinary life experiences. It's not to be missed.
I love that.
Yes. Okay, hold on. I gotta get this back because this changed.
Can I just say how amazing just sitting here being a host and being on this with you two and going through all these shows and being on the network almost 3 years now, we have such an incredible breadth of amazing people, incredible topics. Like the content is off the charts.
Yeah, right?
I'm blown away. It's like,
yay!
Wow. It's incredible.
It is incredible. Go ahead.
That's awesome. It's awesome to be part of the team. So we have our Friday lineup that kicks off with our beautiful woman from France. Her name is Laurence Sevegamy, and she hosts a show called Exponentialize Beyond Limitations. This week she's going to be doing a French-speaking show, and I believe this is her Do You Love the Place You Live in French, her French-speaking version of that show.
Let me translate it just a second. Translate it. Yeah. Do you take care of where you live?
Yes.
And so she actually last week did it in English. So for all of our French speaking people or people who are more comfortable with French, please come join Laurence. She's fabulous. It's so much fun. Laurence actually lives in Paris. Then we have Dr. Deborah Unipan. Dr. Deborah is going to be talking about healing through grief. Her show is called Awakening with Angels, and she is potent. I'm telling you, when she's on that radio show, I'm like, slow down. You're giving us so much. We got to unpack it. She comes in just, phew. And so, yeah, who hasn't needed or known someone that needs to heal through grief? So it's going to be a beautiful show. I'm absolutely positive of that. All right.
Then we have Lisa Bennett, our space whisperer. We have the most awesome titles for our hosts here. We have the luscious leader, we have the space whisperer, the parent whisperer, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. And she's going to be talking about, on her show, Infinite Energies, she will be talking about, is it time to renovate? Lisa has amazing gifts with communicating with spaces of all kinds. So definitely jump in, because I can tell you one thing, Lisa's topics never go where you think they're going to go. So it's always worth joining in to find out what our amazing space whisperer is going to dig up and pull from the different spaces around the world that are talking to her that day. So
I've been listening to Lisa. She's been on the network for 4 years. I've been listening to her shows, and I think, what else could she talk about? And she surprises me every single week. The thing that I'm like, wow, okay, cool. I never even thought of that. She has got amazing insight, so it's
yes.
Really cool. And then for all our beautiful animal lovers, we have Dr. Dandy. Dr. Andy is Dandy. Dr. Andy Harper, and she's going to be talking about positive possibilities, as in the pause. And Dr. Andy is so much fun on the radio. She absolutely has us look at the animals, but really, she's actually training us humans through the messages we get from our animals. It's beautiful, very, very beautiful. And just
like the secret agent for the animals.
She is. She's the animal whisperer, right? Yep. I mean, we all are whispers of something. That's what she whispers about. Actually, you know what? We're not whispers. We are loud and proud.
We're getting louder.
You know what? Being whispers, we don't whisper. What we do is we actually stand up. We stand up, we speak up, we share. You can come over to the network. You can scroll along our gorgeous scheduler. You can see who's on at what time. If you've ever thought about having a radio show with us, we are looking for dynamic people that are actually desiring to be visible in the world greater than they've ever imagined. We live stream on how many platforms, ladies? This is a
gosh, at least 15, right?
I thought it was over 50.
No, live stream.
Live stream. Okay.
Live stream on 15, and we podcast on 50 so far, and I am in growth mode, so get ready for more.
Yes. More. And just to let people know, in case you're, you need a reminder, you don't have to wait for live shows each week. You can actually come onto the network, go into the archives page, and if you want to just play a game, you can play Stop the Mouse on a podcast and see what shows up for you on any given day, at any hour of the day, no matter where you are in the world.
Or search any topic.
Yes.
And do know that we are on so many different platforms. If you have a smartphone, you can get us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Google Play. We're all around the world. We are there, so you can have us whenever you would like. Thank you, ladies, so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and that's a wrap.